Hi, we're back. I'm Kim with Central Valley Talk, also Fresno Real Estate Magazine. Today my first guest is Mike Allen with
Century 21 Jordan Lincoln Company.
Great. Nice to meet you. Nice to have you on, Mike. Can you tell us a little bit about Century 21? You said they've changed a little bit. What's going on?
Yeah, about a year ago I came on as managing broker for the company, and over the last several years our company's been implementing a lot of changes. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year. We started the company, Mr. Bill Jordan started the company in 1976, and next month we will be formally celebrating our 40th anniversary with a big open house event on May 24th at our office at 2009 West Feimster in Visalia. And we're inviting anybody that has an interest in coming, and they can RSVP at 733-9696. We've done an office remodel over the last 6 months. The office is looking beautiful. It's looking pristine. It's looking relevant. It's looking like it's in the 21st century, which is good. We had to kind of pull ourselves out of the last century.
You know what I remember, Mike, about Century 21, and maybe our audience does also, the gold jackets.
Yes.
Do you guys still wear those gold jackets?
Absolutely not. So
okay.
You won't even see the president of our corporation, Rick Davids. He doesn't even wear the gold jacket anymore. I hung mine up a few years ago. I think I took a picture with it. About 5 years ago was the last one, and now it's in a closet somewhere and I can't find it. So really, Rick and the corporation has reinvented themselves at the corporate level. They've made the company more relevant, more modern. A lot of national advertising and branding going on out there. The whole smarter, bolder, faster branding, which really starts to differentiate us, and they've really backed it up with resources, tools, and technology. Obviously, we're still the #1 recognized brand, and we have been since day one pretty much in the country as far as the franchises go. We're still always on the #1 on any list, whether you look at it domestically or internationally, which really gives us a distinct advantage in the marketplace, so that's good.
Now, you've said that you're down in Visalia.
Yes.
Do you do many listings in Fresno County?
We do. We're a member of 7 associations and MLSs. Our company has 3 offices and 160 agents, and we have an office. The corporate office is in Visalia, California. Our second office is in Tulare, and we have a third office in southeastern Tulare County in Porterville. And we do have a group of agents that do quite a bit of business in Fresno County. We do business in Kern County, Kings County, San Luis, down in the LA Market Center. So again, it's about 7 MLSs, and we do business in each of those markets.
So you're probably very centrally located there, in between like the LA, going into Bakersfield and then up here to Fresno?
Absolutely. I think our location's great. I think Tulare County is a wonderful location, being more or less in the central part of the state and in the center of the valley, and we've benefited from that dramatically over the years. So our geographical coverage is outstanding. We don't limit ourselves to just the Tulare County area. We've always been good about branching out into other areas and making sure that we have agents who are well trained and experts in those markets. We don't want anybody operating in a market without some market knowledge and training and some contacts over there. So I will say we don't go recklessly into markets.
I think that's smart. Do you feel like, I know springtime's always tends to be good for real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like real estate is better this year than the past few years?
I think what we're seeing on the trends is outstanding. We're back to a traditional market, meaning that our distressed market, at least in our area, is running about 10 to 12% of the overall market. What we're seeing in Tulare County right now is we're seeing an 8% gain year over year. And I understand in this market, I looked at the California Association of Realtors' recent stats up through February of this year so far, and we're seeing about a 15% year-over-year gain in sales. So I would say Fresno County, you guys are doing outstanding. Congratulations. We're right behind you, and I hope we catch you by the end of the year. So I'm very encouraged by this market. I think the start is great. Folks, real estate is on sale right now. Interest rates are still at historical lows. Demand is still high. The Housing Affordability Index right now in the Central Valley, Fresno, and Tulare counties at 50 to 55%, meaning that 50 to 55% of every household could afford to buy a median-priced home. That's a unique situation to be in California, and we need to take advantage of it as buyers. There's no advantage if you're a buyer or seller to speculating on the market and waiting to buy or sell. Inventory is low, so sellers, guess what? Strong demand, multiple offers. Buyers, guess what? You're getting a great value compared to other areas of the state. You're getting a mortgage, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance that's less than rent, then you pay for rent on the equivalent property.
Sure.
And in addition, you're getting historically low interest rates. There's no reason to wait to buy or sell right now.
Wow, you know your stats. That's amazing. I know. I live in Clovis, and our next door neighbors put their house on the market about 3 weeks ago. It was gone in 3 days.
Yes.
It was now their house is beautiful, and they did a great job with it. But 3 days, it was like, made us really think about, wow.
Yeah.
This
If
is
priced reasonably,
amazing.
yeah, you're going to see that. If priced reasonably, the home will get multiple offers and go that quick. Absolutely.
Might be a little off topic, but for our viewers, when you go into a home and somebody is looking to you to be their agent, do you help price that home based on square footage or based on comps? How do you go about doing that?
Well, and that's a common misconception because a lot of people, agents and otherwise, will gravitate towards that price per square foot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we need to be careful with that because appraisers don't really hone in on that. They go on a comparable basis. We're looking for homes that compare substantially with other
Okay.
homes. So when you have a neighborhood that lacks conformity, so you may have some houses priced over $300,000 in a neighborhood, and then you may have some that are 2 blocks over that the average sell price is around maybe $2. To pull an average price per square foot in by going out, let's say, a half-mile geographical coverage is erroneous. So we always say, first and foremost, look at the comparables, and then maybe look at the average price per square foot as more of a guideline.
Okay. So if a house, say you have a block, and this is just, I think, more informative for people. It sounds like it's a great time to put your house for sale.
Absolutely.
Say you have a block and the houses range, if something is, 1,000 more square feet, how do you comp that?
Well, that's the tough thing, and we've got to basically, if you're sophisticated enough with your comparative market analysis, you're going to make adjustments for that square footage difference. Generally, we don't like to go any more than plus or minus 25% of the square footage, which is an appraisal rule of thumb. So if we have to go out wider geographically, let's say from a quarter mile up to a half or even up to a mile, that's probably more suitable than trying to make an adjustment on a 1,000 square foot differential. Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Interesting. Wow, that's really great. Well, Mike, can you think of anything else that you want our viewers to hear before we finish up here?
Absolutely. I mean, just a plug for my company. We've made a lot of changes.
And when is your party?
Our party is May 24th.
Okay.
And it's from 5 o'clock to 7:30 p.m.
Do we have a copy of that? Can we maybe put it up? Okay.
And we encourage anybody to RSVP. Everybody's welcome.
Excellent.
We'd love for you to come in and see all the great changes we've made. And so to answer your question, I just like to read our mission statement
Sure.
and just kind of express what we mean. We spend a lot of time, believe it or not. I mean, sometimes these things take forever to develop, and we really put a lot of thought into this, me and my management team. So we shall be the #1 real estate company of choice in every market we serve by enriching the lives of our clients and associates through real estate transactions with the most professional, knowledgeable, and educated sales team in the industry. And we really hold to that conviction because our agents are a trusted advisor. They're not just strictly salespeople.
Sure.
We want people to be come to us for the rest of their lives and refer their families and friends. And we want to be the go-to for any real estate needs in our markets. And we put a lot of emphasis into realtor professionalism, training, support. We run no less than 4 training events out of our offices each week.
Wow.
We have a full-time tech IT manager. Every one of our office managers are non-competing, including myself. I'm a non-competing broker. I don't sell. My #1 job is making our team successful, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy helping people develop their careers and become successful. And with this strategy, we're seeing great success for our associates and our company.
I think in business today we've really lost that mentorship guideline. And I can really see a value in that. I think that's great.
Well, we've got a threat, in our industry where we've got companies like Zillow that are trying to vertically integrate into our market. They want to start handling the transaction. They may claim they don't want that. They do want it. And we have to stay relevant as real estate agents. So if all we're doing is, facilitating things through strictly technology and providing no value add or any sort of local area expertise or guidance or any sort of, legal diligence or just making sure everything's done properly per the contracts and disclosures, if we're not doing those things, we remove the relevance of the real estate agent, and then the threat of somebody at that level with the resources they have becoming vertically integrated and starting to handle the transaction becomes more so or becomes stronger. So, with the millennials, they'd love to buy a house on a phone app. If they could buy a house on a phone app, 9 out of 10 would probably just be fine. If I never have to talk to a real estate agent, I can just hit my phone app and buy the house. That's great.
But Mike, I think what millennials are missing, and that this is going to be, the fact that they are new to all of this stuff, that this is great. You really need personal touch.
Yes.
You really do. I mean, there are so many things that could go wrong with a real estate transaction. We're on our fifth or sixth transaction now as a married couple, and
Wow.
I know each time if we hadn't had somebody that we trusted, somebody who would steer us in the right direction, boy, it could have gone so wrong. So I would advise all of you millennials, do not just use an app to go buy your phone, or your home. Yes, go look, go have a great time, but really find a trusted real estate agent. It's worth
Absolutely,
it.
Kim.
Yeah, it's worth that 6% or is it 6% still? I'm
Well,
sorry.
that is an average for our area, and I think it's for Fresno as well, as it'd be about 6%.
Okay.
And,
Well worth it.
and for the consumer or the home seller, don't get caught up in negotiating the commission, because getting the job done right
It's far more important.
and
Yes.
mitigating any kind of legal issues or future problems is far worth the money you're paying to facilitate the sale of your home. So I would encourage you to A, find the right company and agent, but B, if you do, don't beat them up on what they're worth, because they're worth every penny of it.
And they do a lot of work behind the scenes
yes,
besides,
absolutely.
Come shake your hand and drive you around.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you. It's a
good
pleasure.
luck, and hopefully we'll see you at your open house.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
All right.